What's up? You trying to? I'm in here now, and we're live. If you're new,
Oh,
welcome to the podcast. You got the ball gang general. You got G Millie and the Gilly. We two
no.
disgruntled fans. In case you did not know, I'm a Jets fan by trade. Where you from, G? Let them know. What's your team?
You already know I'm rocking with the Cowboys, man. You see
Okay,
this
we got a
going on.
Cowboys fan here, so we got a lot of stuff we need to be disgruntled about. But we'll get into that as we go through the draft. First and foremost, we're gonna start with pick number one, Trevor Lawrence. How you feel about it?
Trevor Lawrence. I feel like it's a good pick. Obviously, it was the most obvious pick and probably the safest pick to make.
It was an
To be honest with
obvious
you.
pick, man. I don't think we really need to deliberate on that either. Any further, let's move on, man. We all knew this was coming from the day the Jets lost or won the first game. Excuse me. I felt like we lost, but we knew Trevor Lawrence to Jacksonville was going to be the pick. So let's not even deliberate on that. Let's move forward, man. Number two, my New York Jets selected the quarterback out of BYU, Zach Wilson. I'm gonna let you start. You start. How you feel about it?
I mean, matter of fact, no. Why you can't? Or this is your team.
I mean, I could talk because I'm gonna talk about it. You already know I'm gonna talk about it. I gotta talk about it.
For sure. I feel that. I feel that. So, I mean, honestly, I do like this pick for the Jets because I think Zach. At the end of the day, Zach Wilson might be the best quarterback from this draft. If it's not Justin Fields, to be honest with
Hot takes. We in the first 2 minutes and we already got hot takes. Ain't
you.
no
Hey, man.
podcast like the disgruntled fans, man. You already see. First 2 minutes, we already got hot takes going. I feel like it's not the pick I would have made if I was the GM, but I'm not getting paid to make these decisions. I do understand why he was the second overall pick. He has a lot of arm talent. The off-platform throws. It's not just about the off-platform throws. Excuse me. It's what he could just do. Like his arm. It's too easy. It's effortless, and it's always on time. It's always in the right position. People talk a lot about the lack of competition, but that goes both ways. He also didn't have the most talented, receivers. His O line was, head above heels, really, really good, but his receivers are not getting separation. And I think it goes a lot into saying how his ball placement was always in the right place. And it was always money, man. So I'm excited to see what he could do. Let's keep going because the draft gets real interesting.
Yeah,
Number
real
three,
crazy.
San Francisco, excuse me. They traded a haul to take Trey Lance. And I'm going to start with this one. Trey Lance by far, and I don't think it's particularly close. I think by far he has the highest upside. Also, he has the lowest floor. So maybe if Kyle Shanahan is the quarterback guru that we all think he is, for whatever reason, he's going to make this work. So I love the pick. What about you, G?
Honestly, I don't really like that pick to be honest with you.
Okay,
I think
okay.
they should have gone Justin Fields. Honestly, they're gonna regret that one. They're gonna regret that
You
one.
think, wow. I'm on the complete opposite of this side of the spectrum. I think this is a good pick, but I also see your point in Fields, who had a major slip. We're not going to talk about it just yet. We're going to keep going. Let's keep the boat paddling. New analogies. Number four, we got Kyle Pitts to the Atlanta Falcons. What you think, G?
Hey man, as a Cowboys fan, you already know how I'm feeling. Kind of let down, but at the same time, we need some defense. So I'm glad they took him, so we don't have to deal with that at number 10 or at 12 because we picked that 12. But it was a good pickup for them. Their offense, you adding that to Julio Jones, you adding that to Calvin Ridley, you adding that to what else they got? What's his name? What's their tight end's name? That was his name. I forgot his name.
Hooper, he's gone, I think.
It was, that's crazy. I forgot his damn name. But they got him. They got what is his name? Austin Gaze, I think. I don't think his first name is Austin, but his last name is Gaze. They got him. Still got Matt Ryan. So I think the offense is gonna be really explosive. And we play the Falcons this year too. So that's gonna be like high scoring game considering the defenses as they stand right now. So at the end of the day, I do like the Kyle Pitts pick for Atlanta.
All right, so let me. Hey, I might want to strap in for this one because this might be another hot take. This was a horrible pick. I hate this pick. I do honestly. I think if you're Atlanta, why? Why do you need another offensive piece? Your offense has never been the problem. Your offense is the reason why you were up 28-3 in the Super Bowl. There's no reason to get another offensive piece. If you would have taken the quarterback of the future, I would have loved that. But since you went tight end, if he's a unicorn, it all works out and I'll look very stupid. If not, you know, if not, then I'm right. But either way, I think I'm gonna be right here because man, this just does not make sense for a team that's offensively always good. Like I can't remember a time where Atlanta offensively was bad, if I'm being honest. Like I think they've been good for almost my whole lifetime. So I just think they could have went defense here or quarterback of the future. Kyle Pitts as a prospect, I love. Who doesn't love Kyle Pitts? I think he's going to be a superstar, but I don't think this translates into winning games. But maybe I look dumb. What you think, G? Hot take?
Not really. I get where you're coming from, honestly. I just personally I like the pick though because of how potentially explosive the offense is going to be. But I do understand where you're coming from. Though.
I do think the offense is going to be explosive, but I just think it's always been explosive. But what do I know? I'm just a guy with a microphone and a camera. Number 5, Jamar Chase to the Cincinnati Bengals. And this is a pick I really, really, really like, man. I know Penei Sewell's on the board. I don't care. They signed an offensive tackle in free agency. Is he going to be as good as Penei Sewell? I'm not going to tell y'all just yet because I got some hot takes about Penei Sewell too. But I think Jamar Chase is the right pick here. I think bringing them back with Burrow, reuniting them, and Cincy to bring some of that magic back, I think that's a great idea. What about you?
I like the pick. But I think they could have gone Penei Sewell or even Rashawn Slater, to be honest with you, because
Okay.
I see Joe Burrow, he got killed out there. They need that O line protection, but you can go either way. You can go with the O line for that protection, but they also needed targets to help out Joe Burrow. So you can go either way with that pick. I like the pick.
All right. So let's take a little bit of a pause here because I want to talk about this. Would I be wrong to say in the way that Joe Burrow is effective is getting the ball out quick? So the best way to assist him would be to bring a receiver who can get open quick. Am I wrong there? What you think?
That makes sense.
Okay, I mean that's why I think this is a great pick. I think Jamar Chase from day one is going to step in and be, I mean, 1,000-yard receiver. Honestly, if you just look at the quarterbacks or the cornerbacks that he torched out of LSU, I mean, he got some round 1 players in there, and he got round 2s just torching them. And he was only 19. So let's see, man. Let's see. Jalen Waddle goes to Miami Dolphins. How do you feel?
I like the pick. Because that shows they're all in on Tua. If you're being honest, because you bringing in help basically, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna bring in more help because they won
Okay.
10 games last year.
10 games, 10-6 with Fitzy and Tua. Man,
So
I'm on the other side of that for me. I don't think this is a very good pick. I think they could have done just something different. Like this did not wow me. I thought Devontae Smith would have been a better pick because I think they already bought in Will Fuller, and I think Waddle and Will Fuller wins in similar ways. So that's just too many alike players for my liking. You know, I think we get into a pattern of chasing, unicorns. Nobody's going to be Tyreek Hill. I've been seeing Jalen Waddle's Tyreek Hill, and I've seen it so many times. It's sickening. There's no Tyreek. There's one Tyreek Hill, and that's for a reason. Jalen Waddle, I just don't see him turning into Tyreek Hill. I think he's going to be a lot more John Ross than Tyreek Hill. That's a hot take. Maybe I think this is too much bust potential in the first round for my liking. What you think? You think I'm wrong?
you saying he has a lower floor than a higher ceiling?
No, I think this is just a wrong pick. I wouldn't have touched Jalen Waddle if I'm personally drafting. Not saying he would have completely been off my board, but there's no way I'm taking Jalen Waddle in the top 10. I just don't think for the Miami Dolphins, how he wins is just head over heels different than how Will Fuller wins. And I think Will Fuller is a better receiver at this point. So I mean, I'm very interested to see how this works. I'm not just hating on an interdivision rival. I genuinely think this was a bad pick. But again, just to do with a camera and a microphone, what do I know? You know what I mean? Oh man, I got two hot takes in a row because I'm looking at number 7 and I'm looking at Penei Sewell from Oregon. All right, let me preference this before I start, okay? I think Penei Sewell is really, really raw. I'm not saying he won't develop into, you know, an all pro. If I'm a GM, I just do not see the all pro potential. This is one of the players I actually have watched tape on. And I was wild, but also not wild. I was wild because he was so young and he was so dominant. However, you could see how raw he actually was. If you watch his film, he's very raw, just a raw talent. But for the Lions, what else are you gonna do? So overall, if I had to I don't have to put a grade on it, but I'm gonna do it just so you guys can see how I feel. I'm gonna give this a B. I love the how they feel the need here. I just don't particularly love the prospect, and I'm probably on my own on that. What's up, G?
Where did he go to again? I forgot what team he went to.
The Detroit Lions at 7.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I don't think he should have gone there. To be honest with you, I think they should have gotten Jared Goff some help. I think we were talking about it last night. I think Devontae Smith should have gone there
I
instead to get some
agree.
Jared. They let
I
Kenny
agree.
Galladay go. Marlon Jones, I think, is not there anymore. So they need
Nope.
some help out there. So I don't like the pick, to be honest with you.
That's 2. Let's go, man. We saying the same thing. Let's go to, oh man, I'm sorry to bring this up again, but we're gonna hit that stretch where you get real disgruntled, unfortunately. Number 8, Carolina Panthers, JC Horn. I'm gonna let you start. I don't even know if I need to talk about this. I'm gonna just let you go. Go ahead.
This JC Horn pick, I'm saddened, man. As a Cowboys fan, I'm saddened. I wanted him to fall to 10, and we didn't get him, man. Carolina. I like the pick. They could use him. They could use JC Horn back there. They got a few weapons on offense. I feel like they're straight on offense. They're gonna see where Sam Darnold could be, but I think that's a good pick. I think it's a good pick, even
Listen,
though I'm gonna go to the Cowboys.
I love the player, man. Absolute dog. I'm all for press man corners. I love them. I do think maybe if I'm picking here, I'm probably going Rashawn Slater. I have a soft spot for Sam clearly. So, man, just I still like the pick, man, but I feel for Sam. I really do. With that being said, let's go to right to number 9. More pain, more disgruntledness. Patrick Surtain of the Denver Broncos. Don't shake your head. Talk to the people. Let's go. What we got to say about that?
I jinxed it, man. I told my boy who's also a Cowboys fan. I said exactly this. I said it'd be funny if Patrick Surtain go right after JC Horn. What do you know? He goes to the Broncos at number 9, right before the Cowboys. More pain in my heart, man.
More
But
pain.
nonetheless, I actually don't like this pick, even though I like the JC Horn to the Panthers pick, because they don't need a corner. They needed to find their franchise QB, and they had the opportunity to do so with Justin Fields, and they
Man,
didn't do it. They said, "Let me take a
I could
cornerback
not agree
instead."
more. I literally could not agree more. I love the player, love the prospect. I love the defensive system he's going into. I just don't think this is the biggest need. And personally, I don't know why teams were so low on Fields. And I'm gonna have to get into that a little bit later. But man, I think Denver really messed up and they should have went Fields. I love Surtain. I would like him a lot more if I was more comfortable that Von Miller was going to be completely healthy and the rest of those pass rushers up there. But we'll just have to see. I think Denver has always hung their hat on defense. And I mean, the more I'm talking about it, the more I'm talking myself into liking the pick. Like when I'm on the fence, I'm gonna just throw a letter grade out there. I give this a B plus. I really do. I think this is good. I think Fields here is an A plus, but I still like the player, the system, and I really don't have much to say about that. We're gonna bring up some more pain though. Let's go with some more disgruntledness. Who the hell saw this coming? Can we just be honest? Who the hell would have ever thought that G Millies, Dallas Cowboys would have traded with their interdivision rival in the Philadelphia Eagles? Talk to me, G. They got Devontae Smith, but how do you feel about the trade itself?
The trade itself, I don't like it. I mean, we traded with the opposition, gave them a chance to better themselves. But at the end of the day, I do like the pick, though.
Okay. I love this pick,
even though
man.
they are,
I do.
Division rival, but I like the pick though. It's a need.
Yeah, I love this pick, man. Devontae Smith, man. I could not agree with him more when he said they're football players, not bodybuilders. I don't understand why so much was made about him being 166. I don't care. He wins in all different kinds of ways on all three levels, short, intermediate, and deep, man. This guy is a baller. He's a Heisman winner. He's a baller. Do I fear that he might struggle against, some more physical corners? Yeah, but do I care? Absolutely not. We'll scheme him open and we'll still get the job done. At number 11, the Chicago Bears traded with the New York Giants to select quarterback out of Ohio State, complete baller, Justin Fields. Let me start, G. Straight up, if you're a Chicago fan, man, you should be parading in the streets, man. I want to see gun violence in Chicago go down exponentially. Y'all got a quarterback. Ain't no need to be angry, man. And not that this matters, but y'all got a black quarterback, man. City of Chicago, y'all should rejoice, man. Let's be happy about this. I think on a more serious note, I think this is what the city of Chicago needed. Bears fans, you guys deserve it. I personally think Justin Fields is an absolute baller. I would have taken him with the number 2 overall pick if I had it, if I was making that pick. But I mean, damn, I don't care what you guys traded. I don't need to talk about it. You couldn't have given up enough for this kid. How you feel, G?
It was a great pick.
Great pick, yeah.
I mean, I agree with you because he should have been got picked, to be honest. Like I said, I think the 49ers should have picked him at number 3. I'm surprised he fell this low because I feel like he's probably the 3rd best quarterback in this draft. But I'm glad he got taken at number 11. Somebody had to take him. And it was a good fit for Chicago because they needed to find their franchise QB after completely missing on Mr. Trubisky. They traded up quite a bit to go get him, and they missed. So
I got 2 questions, right? First, do you think that this is the best pick in the draft?
Yes, it is.
Yes, sir. At 11. If you think it's a better pick, I don't like that. We haven't talked about yet. Don't mention it. Just say no, and then we'll talk about it when we get there.
I would say so for right now. I can't really think off the top of my head what the best pick was.
I don't even think it's close. I think this is the best pick in the draft. And my second question would be, do you think he starts over Andy or do you think he sits behind Andy? Year one, of course.
I mean, as of right now, and my take right now is based on what they've said. They said that Andy is still the starter, but depending on I think how a training camp goes and how the competition is going to be, there Justin Fields might take Fields week 1.
Listen, I'm gonna say this: if you're Chicago, how great of a situation have you lucked yourself into? I mean, you have the option of starting Andy Dalton, who's not a great starter, but he's going to be significantly better than Mitchell Trubisky. I'm not the biggest Trubisky fan. Andy Dalton at least can make competent reads and get the ball out to receivers accurately. Or you can go Justin Fields, who's just the most dynamic, combination of passing and running we've seen come out of the draft since Cam Newton maybe. I think this is fantastic. And Chicago, man, in all seriousness, please enjoy this. You guys deserve it. You guys been through a lot. We need a Chicago Bears fan to create the perfect trio of disgruntled fandom. Let's move on, though. Pick number 12, my man, G. Million Gilly. You guys trade it down and get Micah Parsons. I'm going to start, and then I'm going to let you take your time and, be disgruntled or be happy. Personally, I think the more I think about it, I think it's a good pick. Not the pick I would have made. I would have absolutely gotten Rashawn Slater here. I think with you guys aging along the offensive line, there was bigger needs in the linebacker that you guys could have addressed with the perfect prospect sitting there and Slater. However, Micah Parsons is probably a top 5 player in this draft. If we're just talking just no baggage, we don't care about character. Micah Parsons' talent on the field, he's a top 5 player in this draft. And it's amazing that you guys got him at 12 after trading down. So with that being said, I'm gonna let you take it away from there.
Well, at number 12, my Cowboys picked Micah Parsons. Originally, I didn't like the pick. I'm kind of growing on me still. I feel like I thought we were gonna go Slater. That now that Horn went to the Panthers and then Surtain right after that, thought we were gonna go Slater. But it makes sense because Leighton Vander Esch, he can't stay healthy. He got his 5th-year option coming up. Jalen Smith, he hasn't been good since 2018, and last year he looked completely out of place, playing all 16 games. And Sean Lee just retired, so that you need some depth back there. I get the pick, but there were other needs we needed to fill. I feel like we could have gone elsewhere, but I think it'll grow on me though. I think, and like you said, though, he's a top 5 player in the draft. I think he has a really high ceiling and probably a low floor, but if he can reach that potential, he's going to be scary. I think so.
I couldn't agree more. I have a question, right? With the pick of Parsons, do you guys try to trade one of your overpaid linebackers? Emphasis on overpaid, so it might be difficult, but do you guys try to trade one of them?
I mean, there's only one overpaid linebacker, so you're either gonna have to get rid of him or I don't know. But we do need the depth though. Sean Lee retired, and it's just Jalen Smith, who you hope is gonna get better, and with the change of scheme, get back to how he was, and hopefully LVE can stay healthy. But we'll see.
I'm sorry, I misspoke there. I forgot my main man, Sean Lee, retired. Great career. I want to see him broadcasting. I think he has a look for it. And I would love to hear what he says in the booth because I think he's one of the smartest football players to ever play the game. You ready to move on, or you got more disgruntledness? Put him in the booth with Romo though. I think that would be my dream all season. Everything else went well for me thus far. If I get Sean Lee and Romo in the same booth, I think I'll be even more happy. You think so? Let's do it. Number 13, offensive tackle from Northwestern, Rashawn Slater goes to the Los Angeles Chargers. How you feel about that?
I like the pickup. You give Justin Herbert some protection back there. You got a cannon. You got some weapons. Give him some more protection. I like it.
I don't even think much more needs to be said about that. That was an obvious pickup. Protect the franchise quarterback, one of the best rookie quarterbacks we've ever seen in league history. That's insane. Because I don't think very many people saw that, but I love it, man. Love the pick. It was just a no-brainer. Number 14, my New York Jets trades up with the Minnesota Vikings to select Elijah Vera Tucker from USC. Tell me what you think, G.
I like the pickup as well. Another protection piece for who's your QB? Oh, Zach Wilson. You add him to Mekhi Becton right there. Just solidify the offensive line. I like the pick.
Okay, let's take a quick break on this right quick because I have some things I need to say. What did I tell you right before this pick before the trade happened? What did I say, G?
Oh no, you did. You did manifest this. You did.
I manifested this. And with that being said, I love the player, man. I think what Joe Douglas is doing is very smart. I could not be more happy to be a Jets fan at this time, which is very strange to hear me say because I'm always miserable. This team literally caused me to go bald. I'm only 23, y'all. I'm only 23. And that's the issue. And I'm bald because of my New York Jets. However, I do have one issue, one small issue with this trade. We might have given up too much, in my opinion. But at the same time, not too much. And I'm sorry I contradicted myself like that, but I've been thinking on this and I've been fighting myself because we gave up 2 top 100 picks, I believe, but they're third-round picks. And you're not necessarily banking on your third round to always be a starter. But what this makes me question more than anything is how much has, the COVID factor, been a part of this draft and the trades because maybe Joe Douglas didn't want to swing the bat on, 2 third-rounders when Elijah Vera Tucker was a top 10 player on this draft. And he came out and said that. So I love this pick. I love the player, man. And I can't wait to see him besides big old Becton, man. Let's go. This is my favorite pick of the draft by far. I contradicted myself once again, but this is by far my favorite pick in the draft at number 15. The rival New England Patriots select Mac Jones from Alabama. G. I could not be more happy because I do not think Mac Jones is a top 15 player in this draft. I don't even know if I would have taken him before the second. I probably wouldn't have taken him before the second round. And the fact that my interdivision rivals did this and they're chasing another unicorn, I believe that's a PFF phrase, chasing unicorns, but I could not agree with it more. They chased a unicorn here. You're not going to find another Tom Brady. This is a horrible pick. I think what Mac Jones does in today's NFL does not translate. He's very limited. There's not many quarterbacks winning in the kind of way where Mac Jones is going to have to win, which is underneath routes, just being really cerebral. And I think a lot of overhype has been about how Mac Jones is pro ready. He has less career starts than Trey Lance, and nobody thinks Trey Lance is ready day one. So I just do not understand the hype behind Mac Jones at all. Like, I just don't get it. I don't think he's a top 15 player. And the fact that an interdivisional rival took him right here, fantastic. The one positive I will say about this is Bill has his guy and he did not have to trade any picks for it. What do you think, G?
Definitely agree with you. 100% on everything you said, basically. Bill has his guy. You didn't have to give up much for him. I mean, you didn't give up anything for him. You stat put, you stood pat. You got your guy at 15. But the pick, we're going to see how that turns out.
I could not agree more. And I'm going to be happy as he's just fumbling and bumbling over himself. He's very clumsy. Very clumsy. He's not an athletic guy whatsoever. But, sometimes those unathletic guys win. If you're Tom Brady, I guess. Only if you're Tom Brady. Pick 16, the Arizona Cardinals select Xavier Collins from Tulsa. What a freaking surprise, dude. I don't think one person had Xavier Collins this high besides Arizona, apparently. I'm not saying he's a bad player. I just don't know why you take this pick right here. I think you trade down. You get the same player. You get extra picks. If this is just a guy you had that high on your board, what do you think?
I was actually surprised, to be honest with you. Quite a few linebackers were in the first round, I think. But they could have gone somewhere. I mean, I like to pick a little bit because their offense is loaded if you think about it. You probably could have gotten Kyler Murray some protection, but I don't think it's a bad pick considering they got DeAndre Hopkins. I think they got AJ Green now. They got Andy Isabella. They got some weapons out there, but I'm not upset with the pick. I like the pick.
Let's move on then, because I think we both about melancholy on that pick. Whoa, how about the Las Vegas Raiders again overdrafting players for absolutely no reason? Completely unprovoked. Completely unprovoked. You overdrafted Alex Leatherwood. I'm sorry I didn't say that before, but at number 17, Las Vegas Raiders selected Alex Leatherwood, tackle / offensive guard out of Alabama. And I think this could not be more of a reach. I don't understand why they did this. No one thought he was going to go this early. And my only problem with a pick like this is if you're going to take a player that nobody has this high, even if you are right, and I understand that some cases everybody else is wrong and you're the genius in the room. But if you're going to take a pick like this, be even more of a genius and trade down and then still take your guy. Because nobody had him going at 17. Nobody thought he was the top 17 player in this draft. That is absolutely ridiculous. How do you feel, G? Tell me I'm wrong. You can't. You can't tell me I'm wrong.
I don't gotta say nothing. I don't gotta say nothing.
All right, here we go. Let's go from a really bad pick to a really good pick. Miami Dolphins select edge Jalen Phillips out of Miami. I think. Go ahead, G. You shaking your head. You got it. Let's go. Tell the people what you think.
The Dolphins make that pick, right?
The Dolphins made that pick. Yes, sir. Jalen Phillips from Miami.
Because even though you might have reached a little bit for Waddle, you got your guy, your first guy, but then you go ahead and pick up a beast like Jalen Phillips and bolster that defense up. You feel me? So I think that's a good pick.
I couldn't agree more. I think this is a really good pick. Interdivision rivals, so I'm not just throwing nonsense out there. If I compliment them, it's because they did something legitimately good. A lot of people had him actually as the best defensive player in this draft, but he's one concussion away from retirement. But if you're the Dolphins with multiple first-round picks, swing the bat. You have nothing to lose. Yeah, I mean, you won 10 games as is last year, so you just put them on an already pretty good defense. I really, really, really like this pick. With that being said, let's go to number 19, the Washington football team, which they still need a name, and hopefully that comes soon because I hate saying that. Select Jamin Davis out of Kentucky. What's up, G? How you feel about this?
What position does he play?
He plays linebacker.
I'm not familiar with him. But like I said, though, quite a few linebackers went in the first round. That surprised me. But I don't like the pick. One being their defense is already top tier. You got one of the best defenses in the league. I think they're a team that should have traded up to get either Justin Fields or maybe even a Mac Jones. Even if he doesn't turn out to be good, you go get your franchise guy because you don't have your franchise guy. So I think they're a team that should have traded up to get a QB because their defense is already nasty. But you grab a linebacker.
Listen, I agree, but I really, really like Jamin Davis. I was hoping he would be there for the Jets. In the third round, and I cannot believe he went so early. That surprised me. I don't think I've seen anything that had him, 19th. I agree with you. Like, man, I think if you're gonna just throw, darts at a board, throw it at the offensive line. The offensive line will always pay off for you. If you're miss on the offensive line or miss on the quarterback. So I like it because I think he will translate and I think he will help already stacked defense. But I agree. I think you go offense here, man. Your offense kind of needs help. Number 20, the New York Giants, selected Kadarius Toney after I think they traded down. Yeah, they traded down with the Bears and then selected Kadarius Toney. How do you feel about that?
Not biased because they're a division rival. I'm more so don't like the pick than I do like it, even though it was a good pickup. I think he's going to turn out to be good, but I don't think it was a good fit, being that they already have quite a few. They got They picked up Kyle Rudolph. Saquon's coming back. You got You picked up Kenny Galladay. You got Sterling Shepard. You got Slayton, I think his name is. So I don't like the fit, but I think he's gonna be a good player.
Listen, this is where I'm gonna have to disagree because they traded down. They got a feature first round, and you can't have too many weapons, especially for a limited quarterback like Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones is not athletic. He's not going to be a game breaker, but he can get the ball to, playmakers and rather quickly. So I do like Kadarius Toney. I think Kadarius Toney as a prospect is actually better than Jalen Waddle because I think he's going to be more like, Tyreek Hill than Jalen Waddle will. Maybe I'm grading this on a curve because of Jalen Waddle going so much earlier. But I actually really like this pick because just based on weapons alone, is there a more explosive, skill group than the Giants? If we're being honest, is there a more explosive skill group? Like you can throw
Atlanta, Dallas, what's it? Kansas City.
KC. I mean, KC was that they're in a class of their own. I'm not grouping them with them. But honestly, I think that's definitely arguable. But I think you can give on the Giants. There's at least 4 players you can throw. A 5-yard slant, and they could take it to the house and break just 4 or 5 tackles on the way to the end zone. So I like this pick. I really do. I really like this pick. I can't even lie. Let's go 21. The Indianapolis Colts, who have been one of the best drafting teams in the NFL by far. They selected edge Kwity Paye out of Michigan. Man, how you feel? I'm going to let you start because I know how I feel.
Nah, I'm glad you let me go further because I really do like this pick a lot, especially going to Indianapolis.
Damn, I should have started because I feel the same way you do. I should have started. What's up, though? Keep talking. Let's get it.
Yeah, man. It's a great pick, man. I think he's going to turn out to be real good. You bolster that defense up because you add to the defensive line when the offensive line is already stacked. You win the game in the trenches. So you bolster that defensive line. You got your offensive line already stacked. They're gonna win some games.
So I will disagree with this. I do not think their offensive line is stacked. I think they could have gotten the player that actually went 1 pick later.
I didn't even say stacked. They're good.
Yeah, because they lost their left tackle, and that's gonna hurt. But I think for Kwity Paye, who I thought was a great prospect because athletically there's not a thing on the football field he can't do, but maybe he needed to be kind of nurtured into being a more 3rd down or 3-down player. I think this is a really good pickup. I think it's a perfect landing spot for him, and I'd be surprised if this doesn't work out. I honestly will be surprised if this doesn't work out. But no need to deliberate on that. Let's go to 22. Caleb Farley, Tennessee Titans. Damn, let me start. They can't keep getting away with this. All right. Tennessee cannot keep getting away with this. I'm sick of this. Who did they take? What was the Jeffrey Simmons? They took Jeffrey Simmons because he was hurt. They took him at pick 19, and that's looking like a steal. I'm sick of this. All right. Tennessee, they draft injured players who are just their top 10 players who get injured, and Tennessee never cares. They can't keep getting away with this. All right. I think this is a great pick. Caleb Farley, if healthy, is easily a top 3 cornerback in this draft class. But because he has back issues, he fell to pick 22. But I still love it for the Titans one and for Caleb Farley because he goes to a very good team. And he can take his time to get healthy and make sure he's ready to play. What's up, G?
I agree with you. I like the pick for Tennessee. I'm happy for Caleb Farley. Disappointed as a Cowboys fan because I wanted the Cowboys to trade back in to go get him. But I get the pick, though, for Tennessee because they let Adoree Jackson go. So that fills the need as well. They get a big-time player, even though he takes
and Malcolm Butler and Desmond King. They let quite a few cornerbacks go. So I agree. They needed this. So let's go number 23, where my New York Jets traded out with the Minnesota Vikings, and they selected Christian Darrisaw. I'm going to let you start because I got something I need to say about this.
I'm not familiar with him. What position does he play?
He plays tackle. He's from Virginia Tech. I think he opted out this year. I'm pretty sure he opted out this year.
Even though I'm not familiar with him, it's an offensive line pickup, so that's a good pickup for the Vikings. You get some protection for Kirk Cousins. You get some time to throw to Justin Jefferson, other weapons out there. Not a bad pick.
Listen, I'm a huge Christian Darrisaw fan, so this is gonna clearly, sway my bias here. But I think the reason why I'm so iffy on the trade for Elijah Vera Tucker is because Darrisaw was still there at 23, and I think Darrisaw at 23 is a better value than Elijah Vera Tucker, at 14, especially because we had to give up draft capital on, two top 100 picks. And I would rather have Darrisaw and those extra 2 swings in the top 100 than Elijah Vera Tucker at 14. And that's just my personal opinion. But for the Vikings specifically, I think this is a good pickup. I think maybe not a day one starter on the left side, but I would like to see, you put the best 5 guys on the field. So you took a tackle last year and Ezra Cleveland, who I also was high on. So let those 2 battle it out. The weaker or the less impressive one starts on the right side, and then you have 2 young tackles moving forward of the future. This is an exciting pick, and this is an exciting pick because one of our real good friends is a Steelers fan. And the Steelers with number 24 selected Alabama running back Najee Harris. What's up, G? Talk to the people. Talk to them for Rasheem Money Green. Talk to them.
I think it was a good pickup. The Steelers defense, obviously one of the best in the league. They may take a step back because I think they lost Bud Dupree. They need some cornerback help. So I feel like they should have probably traded up for one of the cornerbacks, or maybe even gambled on Furley. But I don't not like the pick. I like the pick because you got some wide receivers out there. You got some online protection. Then you're gonna have to find your franchise QB, but your run game was terrible. So you get an explosive running back like Harris. You plug him in with what was this dude's name? Dancer dude, Juju Smith. You got Chase Claypool out there. You got some targets out there. So I like the pick.
I think the best part of that whole, spill right there was Dancer dude Juju Smith. But yeah, for all in all, I really agree. Like, I don't know what else they could have done at this spot. They were in a really tough spot. I think they were, from the outside looking in, I think they were probably aiming for Darrisaw because they let Villanueva walk in free agency. And I think the fact that Darrisaw was there, they were really excited. But he went just a pick before them, so they didn't have much else to do here. I don't think I'm gonna just spoiler alert. I don't think either of the 2 running backs that went in the first round are the best running back in the draft. So this is definitely not the pick I would have went. However, if you're Pittsburgh, why not? Let's do it. Second running back taken goes to Jacksonville. Travis Etienne to be reunited with Trevor Lawrence. What's up?
I don't know how I feel about this pick, to be honest with you. You pick a running back and you're Jacksonville.
Quick question. Was a running back not their best player on their offense last year?
Exactly.
What the hell is this? This is a horrible pick. I like Travis. What happened?
They signed somebody too, though, so it makes the pick it makes it less of sense.
I mean, I get trying to make your brand new franchise quarterback happy, but I cannot get behind this. James Robinson is an absolute baller. He did nothing wrong to deserve sliding down the depth chart or losing touches, man. If anything, he deserved more touches. And this is the problem with the NFL in some sense. I'm not the biggest running back guy. Like, I think running backs are replaceable, but if you have a good running back on a rookie contract, on an undrafted free agent contract, why not keep rolling with that? Why take one in the first round? I do not get this pick at all. You guys literally hit the most ideal running back situation possible. and drafting damn near an all-pro, not even getting an undrafted free agent who turned into damn near an all-pro. And then you guys still take like a Clemson running back. Yes, he's explosive. Yes, he's a good prospect. Yes, he can do a lot of different things. I just cannot get behind this. I think this was a horrible pick. I would grade this an F, and this is probably the only F I have. Even Mac Jones didn't deserve an F. I think he's a C, but this is an F in my book. I just cannot get behind this. I woke up this morning because I had to work, and I saw this, and I started cussing because I don't understand this.
Yeah, I don't like the pick.
Let me woo
They probably
Sa. I'm
could've-
sorry.
they probably
Me
could have
Wusa.
gone like Rashad Bateman. I think that's how you pronounce his name.
Yeah, we'll
They
talk
probably could
about
have gone.
him in 2 picks.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about him
26.
too much, but
The Cleveland Browns select cornerback Greg Newsome from Northwestern. I think this is a good pickup. I really do. One, I don't necessarily think this was a position of need, but the Cleveland Browns are honestly one of the best rosters, top to bottom, in all of football. So I don't think they had to draft need. They don't have any needs. So you could take, position of value. And I think cornerback Greg Newsome, that's how you swing the freaking bat right there. That's a good pick. You have Rita Williams coming back, Grant Delpit coming back. So, I mean, Cleveland Browns should be a dangerous, dangerous team next year. How you feel about this?
I like the pickup. They probably could have gone somewhere else, like you said, because they don't have any needs, so you could really go anywhere with the pick. I feel
100%.
like it'll be a good fit to bring in with that defense that's already good. They got weapons all over the damn place. But I feel like I keep bringing it up because I'm a Cowboys fan. But I feel like we could have traded back or did something to get Greg Newsom because I want him on the Cowboys too because we missed out on Horn and Surtain. But I like the pick nonetheless.
Man, I was doing a lot of research because I thought this was just the guy we were going to take at 23. So congrats, Cleveland, another fan base that I really, really appreciate, and I think they deserve it, man. You guys are building the right way, top to bottom. You guys are going to have to pay Baker soon. So I'd be a little bit nervous, but man, going forward, you guys are in a really good spot. Pick 27, Baltimore Ravens, Rashad Bateman. What's up? How you feel about that? They got Lamar some mother-loving help. Let Lamar cook. Let him cook. What's up, G?
I really like the pick. You get your boy Lamar Jackson some help, but you take a bit of it's not a risk really, but let's see what his ceiling is because I don't know. Maybe it'll be a miss, but it's a good pick because you help out Lamar Jackson. But I don't know how he'll turn out to be. That's why I'm on the edge with it.
Listen,
I do like the pick though.
I don't think there was many players that they would have benefited from more than Rashad Bateman. Maybe an edge because I think there's a lot of good edge still left in this draft. However, let Lamar cook, man. I don't care. Let Lamar cook. I want to see Lamar do great things because everybody was calling him a running back, and he's done great things thus far. But let him cook, man. Like, get him some receiver help. You got him 2 big body receivers in the offseason and Bateman and Watkins. So Lamar should have no excuses, honestly. I want to see Lamar cook. I want to see him flourish. So this is an exciting pick. Hey, Baltimore, I'm not too far. I'm going to have to come to the bank and see a game or two while I'm out here. So I like it. Number 28, the New Orleans Saints selected edge Peyton Turner from Houston. Okay, let's just say this. Don't nobody have a clue who this guy is. This guy came out of the freaking blue. And I think a lot of draft analysts or experts, whatever the hell you want to call them, they're giving the Saints the benefit of the doubt. So I'm gonna have to do the same because the Saints not a draft and scout, but I have no idea who this is. This seems like a lot when they took they took another edge very high, and it was kind of a shot in the dark, but it's starting to pay some dividends. I'm trying to think who that edge is. Slipping my
How long
mind,
ago?
but it was about 2 drafts ago. They took an edge, man. It's Marcus or Davenport. It wasn't maybe not Marcus. Davenport. And it's starting to pay dividends. So this is an interesting pick. I don't want to sound stupid because the Saints will make you look stupid because they always draft no names and they work out more times than not. So I'm gonna have to say Sean Payton and that staff down there knows what they're doing. And man, I have no idea. I don't want to sound uneducated and just talk, just to talk. What's up, G?
I'm gonna say I don't like the pick. I think they could have gone. I think how many? Do you know how many picks the Saints have this year?
No idea. No idea.
Uh, well, if they do have the ammo, I think I would have been one to try to grab one of those top corners, but to go with Marshawn Lattimore instead of an edge. But we'll see how it turns out. Like you said, though, they make it look stupid. So
Yeah. Ooh, this is an interesting pick right here. 29 Green Bay Packers select Eric Stokes from Georgia. I'm gonna let you talk. I'm gonna let you talk, man, because I'm gonna let you talk. Go ahead.
I mean, I'm not mad at it though. Didn't they do Desmond King?
Kevin King.
No, Kevin. My fault. Kevin King. I don't think they have him anymore. I think he's a free agent. But you feel somewhat of a need. But then again, I'm on the edge of it because your boy Aaron Rodgers. You want to make him happy. So I don't know, man.
I'm gonna call a spade a spade. This is a dumbass pick. Excuse my language, but this is dumb, man. You got your franchise quarterback angry. He's ready to leave, and this is what you take. This is exactly why he wants to leave because you guys take picks like this. Man, get him some help in there, man. I'm big on Rondell Moore, so maybe I'm biased, but Rondell Moore here seems like a perfect thing. Get him a burner who could win in many different ways. He could win vertically. He could, take handoffs if you need him. I think Rondell Moore would have been a perfect pick, even if you want to say Elijah Moore. I don't care. There's so many receivers you could have taken here. Could have get him a damn tight end. I don't care, man. Get him something else. Stop drafting defensive weapons for no reason, man. Keep your franchise quarterback happy because at the end of the day, when he leaves, you're going to see how hard life is. Maybe unless I look stupid and Jordan Love is just that good. So maybe they know something I don't. Buffalo Bills at pick 30 take Gregory So edge from Miami. What's up, G? Talk to me.
You can't be mad at it because somewhat like the Browns, the Bills have a pretty good roster, top to bottom. They don't really have any holes to fill. I don't think. Uh, I feel like it's a good pickup nonetheless.
I'm a Bills hater, and I hate that they picked Gregory Rousseau. Because I agree with you. They don't really have any holes on this roster. Maybe they could have run running back. I'm really high on a running back that we're going to talk about in a little bit, but Gregory Rousseau it's a boomer bust pick, and when you're such a well-built team like Buffalo, you can take swings on the bat on boomer bust picks. So good pickup by the Buffalo Bills. Pick 31, the Baltimore Ravens with the pick that they got from the Kansas City Chiefs, take Jason Owe, edge from Penn State. How you feel about it?
Um, Honestly, like you say, let Lamar cook, man. If they took Rashad Bateman a couple picks before that, I think they should have went right back at another receiver and picked up like Elijah Moore or something like that.
Really?
I think so.
Hey, I'm never gonna be mad about anything where we just gonna let Lamar cook. I'm all for letting Lamar cook. However, Jason Owe at pick 31 is an absolute steal, in my opinion. I think he's gonna be a top 15 player. I don't think he's there right now, but you match him up with a developmental coaching staff like what Baltimore Ravens have done over the past decade or so, probably even longer. I mean, they're one of the best teams in terms of development. Uh, just defensive players as a whole, and I think this is a really good pick. Perfect spot for just a freak athlete, man. This guy is a freak athlete, and I'm excited about this pick. Baltimore, I'm gonna come into the bank before I leave. I gotta see Lamar Cook, man. Pick 32. This is gonna pain me because I'm still a Brady hater. I'm never gonna stop being a Brady hater, but I'm gonna put some respect on the name. The championship Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Joe Tryon. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, another linebacker in the first round. And
He's
just
an
like
edge,
the
edge.
Browns.
He's an
Oh
edge.
shit, he is.
Yeah. I think he is technically still a linebacker, but he's gonna go down as an edge. I think he played outside linebacker
He's probably gonna
in
be outside
college.
linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
Because now, depending on what the scheme is or whatever, he's gonna be, on that side of the ball type of thing. But nonetheless, though, you can't be mad at the pick because, like I said, like the Bills and the Browns, the Bucks, they literally brought back everybody who just won the Super Bowl. So
Insane,
both are,
insane.
yeah, you both are a defense that neutralized Aaron Rodgers. They played against the Saints. Who else they beat? Washington. So
Pat
yeah, can't be
Mahomes
mad at
got
this.
him out of there. I
Yep,
I
Mahomes.
cannot agree more. I think once we get to these kind of picks, it doesn't matter. You could honestly pick the ball boy from a college. Like it does not matter when you built your team so well, like the Tampa Bay Buccaneers did. It doesn't matter, man. Joe Tryon as a prospect, I'm not too high on. However, the fact that he's gonna be able to sit, I don't know what, 2, 3 years, it doesn't even matter. Like he does not have to produce. He can just sit there, worry about getting better and learning the playbook. I think this will work out because of that. With that being said, we wrap up the draft recap. But before we get out of here, G, today, rounds 2 and 3, let me know who you looking at.
For the Cowboys,
Yes, sir. The Cowboys.
I want us to get. I don't even know how to pronounce his name. He's a safety out of. Is it Washington? It's like Moorhead.
Oh,
Moheg.
Trayvon Morig. Yes, sir.
I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but him. I wanted to either get him or if he falls to us, I want Jeremiah Owosu, whatever
No,
his
no,
last
no, no,
name
no.
is.
Don't
Okay?
say it. Yeah, don't even learn that. You don't even need to know that. Don't even say that.
Okay. But JOK, that's somebody I really, really want. Like I need JOK on my team.
I
Like
love
low key
that.
though, I want him over Michael Parsons. Low key,
That's a hot take.
low key.
That's for sure a hot
Just because
take.
his coverage skills though, he's gonna be nasty. I'm telling you, whoever JOK go to, he's gonna be nasty.
Got you. Listen, man. For my New York Jets, with the 34 overall pick, let's not even waste time. Let's write it now so the ink good and dry and it, nothing else can. We need to pick up JOK. Okay. We just switched our defensive system. Robert Saleh came in. This guy is an absolute monster. Run game, pass coverage, whatever you need him to do. I don't know how many of y'all seen Friday Night Lights, but he'll walk your dog, paint your back porch. He's that kind. He could do everything you ask of him on the football field. And I can't believe he's still on the board. I thought for sure he was going in the first round. I thought a lot of linebackers that did not deserve to get drafted before him did. So as the New York Jets, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you told me at the end of the second round, we would be Zach Wilson, JOK, Elijah Vera Tucker, I probably cry my eyes out. So this is the perfect pick for us to make. I don't even care what the hell happens with the rest of our draft, but this is the perfect pick to make. However, if we are going to go a different way, there's no cornerbacks I really feel like, float my boat at a pick 34. So I would like us to trade back. I do like Rondale Moore. I'm very big on. I love Rondale Moore. I'm not a big Elijah Moore fan, but if we can get him a little bit later, I'm all for. We need a running back, and the best running back, in my opinion, Javonte Williams is still on the board. So there's going to be exciting next couple of 2 more days. We got 2 more days of this, 5 more rounds. You're going to see us back, and we're going to recap what our personal teams did within those, next 5 rounds. There's a lot of ammo between the 2 teams, G. We gave up 2 of those picks, but we still got a lot of ammo, man. And the Jets, Joe Douglas, I know you're not watching this, but just in case you are, let's get a kicker late, please. We need a kicker. Draft a kicker, make me happy. Maybe my hair will start to grow back. But man, this is going to be an exciting couple of days. What's up, G? What's your closing words, man?
I also forgot to mention that another person I'm looking at is Asante Samuel Jr. Since we didn't get our cornerback, I think he's the next cornerback we should go after.
Ooh. That's not right. He's still on the board. He's still on the
Definitely
board, G.
still on the board.
No way.
We got pick 44, and we got 2 third-round picks. So maybe we can package something up to trade up a little bit because it's surprising that he's still in the second round. That's not crazy.
The fact that I forgot about him again just shows this, just goes to show how ridiculous is that this man has just been forgotten about. I don't know what's happening. I don't know why he's not a first-round player. On my board, he's a first-round player. I have a full-time job, so I can't scout every player, but he was one of the better cornerbacks I got to look at. Also, another player that is still on the board, Landon Dickerson, Bring him in. He's a nasty, nasty player, man. Absolute beast. If we trade back, that's exactly who I want to see, in the green and white. Put him right in the middle of the field at center and just let that whole left side from center all the way over to left tackle just beat up on people. Teams are not going to want to see us at all. And I'm really excited. G, you excited? You're a little disgruntled from day 1. Can they make you happy day 2 and 3? Can they make you happy?
Hey, man, I think we got 4 picks today. So if they can snag a Asante Samuel or JOK or
stop saying JOK, man. I'm not allowing that, man. I'm gonna have to edit that out. But man,
yeah, man.
I appreciate everybody that listened in. This is a new movement, Disgruntled fans. We're gonna grow, we're gonna prosper. I'm a big man of a people. So as we grow, we can do more for the people, get better equipment first and foremost. I don't have a fancy, green screen behind me. I'm not balling like G. He hood rich out here. I'm trying to be hood rich too. Give me a little, give me a nice little green screen. But seriously, please like, subscribe, comment, ask us questions, especially this first video. As long as we can do it, we have the time to do it. I promise we'll hit every single comment. And even if we don't have the time, I promise I'll make time. And man, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. Have a good day. And we out.